President Donald Trump pleads not guilty to new charges involving classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago. The GOP frontrunner faces a total of 40 felony counts in Florida.
And that is just part of his legal problem.
Bad, sick people.
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at the
like
beginning.
when Millie's talking about, oh, you were going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn.
Listen, I've been covering Trump's legal battles for years. But what happened in that Florida courtroom today was on a completely different level. President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty to 40 new felony counts related to classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. He insists he did nothing wrong. But prosecutors revealed what they called a major bombshell, a secret surveillance tape that allegedly caught him in the act. The moment it was played, the entire courtroom went completely silent. No objections, no attempts to explain it away, just the sound of his own voice that could determine his future. You need to hear this.
I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the defense.
If you're tired of all the noise and want to hear what's really behind the headlines, hit that like button. Now tell me in the comments, is this the moment Trump's legal troubles truly begin to fall apart, or do you see the situation another way? I'll be reading every comment. Let's talk.
Anthony Tia, as of right now, the former president is facing criminal charges in 3 different jurisdictions and may soon be charged in a 4th. Now, Trump was not in court this morning, but we did see both accused co-conspirators in this case. Now, in this updated indictment, prosecutors claim Trump and 2 staffers tried to destroy security camera video before investigators could get it. Trump's lawyers pleaded not guilty for him this morning, and his personal aide, Walt Nauta, pleaded not guilty.
All right, let's get straight to the facts. Donald Trump is now facing criminal charges in 3 different jurisdictions, with a 4th case potentially on the horizon. He did not appear in court this morning, but his co-conspirators were present. Prosecutors allege that Trump and his staff attempted to destroy security camera footage before investigators could obtain it. His lawyers entered a not guilty plea on his behalf, and his personal aide, Walt Nauta, did the same. Let me be clear, this is not just another legal case. This is a former president accused of trying to remove evidence while under a federal investigation. The law and order candidate is now fighting for his own future. If these clear, fact-based breakdowns help you understand what's unfolding, I'd appreciate your subscription to Crisis Talk Podcast. Turn on the bell so you don't miss what happens next, because this story is far from finished.
President Donald Trump says he did nothing wrong after new charges in the investigation into his retention of classified documents. Prosecutors accuse him of attempting to destroy evidence. They allege that he asked a maintenance worker to delete security camera video, but Trump says that he handed over the tapes to investigators. Trump has already pleaded not guilty to 37 other charges in this.
What you just heard was the moment the defense appeared to begin falling apart. On February 14, 2026, Judge Arthur Engoron played surveillance footage in open court that Trump and his team had allegedly tried hard to keep hidden. The video reportedly shows him directly instructing staff to delete security camera footage and destroy evidence after receiving subpoenas. Trump continues to claim he turned over the tapes. The courtroom's reaction said otherwise. For 45 full seconds, the room sat in complete silence. No lawyer stood up. No objection was made. Only the stark reality of a former president facing deeply damaging footage. This is not political spin. This is evidence the prosecution considers highly serious.
I want to cross to Kristen Tate in a moment, but first I want to show a new video that's been revealed as part of the Epstein Files release. It's showing the convicted sex offender chasing 2 women around the kitchen of his island home. Pretty strange stuff. We don't know who the girls are or how old they are. All that has been blocked out, as you can see on this video. I guess we'll all learn more about it.
That clip you just watched is incredibly damaging for Trump. The video was recorded only hours after federal subpoenas were issued ordering that everything be preserved. Yet there is Donald Trump on camera, directly telling Walt Nauta to destroy the servers, erase the files, and make the security footage disappear. This was not some unclear remark. These were direct criminal instructions. And the timing makes it even more serious. Right when the Epstein files were being released, the same servers he allegedly wanted wiped may have contained records connected to Epstein and the classified documents he insisted he did not possess. This is a former president allegedly caught in real time trying to obstruct justice. No denial can change what was captured on camera. And this is where things become even worse for Trump. Susie Wiles is not just another staff member. She has stood beside him for years. She is his most trusted loyalist, his 2024 campaign manager, and now his White House chief of staff. She is someone he has relied on more than almost anyone else. And now, her own statements and presence in official records are becoming some of the most damaging evidence against him. In newly released documents from March 2026, prosecutors stated that Susie Wiles was on Trump's private plane when he allegedly displayed a highly classified map, a document so restricted that only 6 people in the entire U.S. government were authorized to view it. She was present. She saw it. But what makes this especially serious is what connects it all. In relation to the server destruction video we just discussed, those same servers Trump allegedly ordered erased contained the exact type of records that could connect his classified documents case to the Epstein files. And Susie Wiles has publicly acknowledged that she read the Epstein file. In her own Vanity Fair interview, she stated that Trump is in the file, that he was on Epstein's plane, and that his name appears on the manifest. She attempted to minimize it by saying he was not involved in anything terrible, but the impact was already there. The person Trump trusted most in his inner circle may have just provided prosecutors with a direct connection between the man, the files, and the alleged cover-up. Look at the timeline. Trump receives subpoenas ordering the preservation of evidence. Just hours later, he is allegedly on camera telling Nata to erase everything. At the same time, the woman now leading his White House had already seen the classified materials and the Epstein documents that may have been stored on those same servers. This does not look random. This looks like the inner circle beginning to break apart. The person Trump counted on to protect him may now, intentionally or not, be helping build the case that makes the obstruction allegations far stronger. I followed Trump's team for years. The idea of loyalty has always been central to how he operates. But when your most trusted lieutenant becomes a direct witness to both the classified document allegations and the Epstein connections, loyalty can quickly turn into a liability. The footage from Mar-a-Lago was not simply a moment of panic. It appeared to be an attempt to bury something that even the people closest to him had already seen. More than anything, that suggests isolation and growing desperation. This may be the point where Trump's support structure begins breaking apart from within. Susie Wiles is not a minor aide. She is one of the most powerful insiders in Trump's circle. His longtime campaign manager, the person who led his 2024 operation, and now his White House chief of staff. For years, Trump has described her as one of his most loyal people. Now, that loyalty may be creating serious complications for him. According to documents unsealed in March 2026 by the Department of Justice and the House Judiciary Committee, Susie Wiles was physically present on Trump's private plane when he allegedly revealed a highly classified military map, a document so restricted that only 6 senior officials in the entire United States government were authorized to view it. She witnessed it herself. Now connect that to the surveillance footage we just discussed. The servers Trump allegedly ordered destroyed on camera reportedly contained the exact digital records that could connect the classified documents case to the Epstein files. And Susie Wiles has already acknowledged under questioning that she read the Epstein file. In a recorded interview, she confirmed that Trump's name appears in it, that he flew on Epstein's plane multiple times, and that she knew about those connections. She tried to minimize the significance of it, but her words are now part of the record. The person Trump trusted most in his inner circle has become a direct link between the classified documents case, the alleged obstruction effort, and the Epstein controversy. Let's be direct. Trump allegedly ordered those servers erased just hours after receiving subpoenas because he knew what they contained. And the person closest to him had already seen that material. That is not unfortunate timing. That is a devastating error in judgment. The very person he depends on for damage control may now be giving prosecutors the missing connections they need to combine separate investigations into a much stronger case. I have watched Trump's inner circle for a long time. He has always praised loyalty, but when your most trusted lieutenant ends up confirming major details tied to both the classified document allegations and the Epstein connections, loyalty no longer protects you, it becomes part of the evidence. This footage was not simply panic. It looked like a desperate effort to erase something that even his closest associates had already witnessed and documented. The pressure is growing, and some of that pressure is now coming from the very people he trusted the most. And that is the real meaning behind the silence in that Florida courtroom. What we saw was more than another legal challenge for Donald Trump. It was a rare and direct moment where evidence appeared to cut through years of denial, deflection, and delay. A former president allegedly caught on camera giving direct instructions to destroy records at the exact moment the law required them to be preserved. Supported by people in his own inner circle, time-stamped, and difficult to dismiss, this case has moved beyond political debate. It has become a test of whether any American, no matter how powerful, famous, or defiant, can still be held accountable under the law. Those 45 seconds of silence in that courtroom said more than any press conference or social media statement ever could. It was the sound of a carefully built narrative colliding with cold reality. As someone who has followed these developments closely for years, I believe we may be watching a historic moment unfold in real time. Not because of emotion or political theater, but because the evidence being presented has become increasingly difficult to ignore. If these events matter to you, if you care about the strength of our institutions and the belief that no one stands above the law, I invite you to stay with us here at Crisis Talk Podcast. Hit the like button if you appreciate honest, detailed analysis like this. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next major development as this story continues to unfold. And I'd truly like to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for spending your time with us. In a world full of noise and competing narratives, we remain committed to cutting through it calmly, clearly, and directly. This is Crisis Talk Podcast, where the truth still matters. I'll see you next.